Hello, welcome back to Everything Nena. So we have arrived at Nassau, Bahamas. The water is very, very beautiful, and so is Nassau overall. It is. However, we did do an excursion, and that excursion involved a dolphin encounter. Um, the excursion itself was about $85, maybe 75 per person. And then they had another one where it was like 150, but you swim with the dolphins. And we didn't do that one. We just wanted the encounter. So I would say overall, I would rate this excursion definitely. I would say I'll give it a 4. The only reason why I give it a 4 is because when you do an excursion through Royal Caribbean, they give you an agenda. They say, hey, you need to meet at outside of the ship at this time. Our time to meet up was at 12:15 p.m. However, we didn't get on a boat to get over to this island until I want to say until like 1:30, about because it's a 30-minute ride, right? So we'll get there within 30 minutes. No, we had to wait over an hour, and then on top of that, our excursion didn't start until 3. And it's very misleading on the website when you go and you book it. I really feel as though Royal Caribbean dropped the ball on this particular excursion, because they told us that once we was in line, they said, oh, well, your excursion really don't start until 3. So why do you have us out here at this time around 12:30? It could have been earlier. I believe it probably was 11:30 we had to wait. So it was very misleading. So needless to say, we got on a boat, went over to Blue Lagoon Island. And again, that is about a 30-minute to 40-minute drive from the port of Nassau to Blue Lagoon. And it was a nice ride. The people on the boat, the workers, they was very informative of the different houses of the celebrities that own this house, that house, just pointing out different things on our way there and back. Now, when we got there, we couldn't even really enjoy the island itself, because we only had like an hour and a half before our excursion started. So once our excursion started, that was only about 20 minutes. So prior to that, we laid and lounged on the beach and we had a drink, and next thing you know, it's time to go to our excursion. We went there, 20 minutes in and out, and that was that. With the excursion, we did encounter the dolphins, which was very lovely. That was the overall best, that was the highlights. I really enjoyed that. The dolphin did tricks, it flapped its limbs, it gave us a kiss, it made noises. It was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't long at all. So basically, when you get this excursion, you're just paying for a 20-minute encounter with the dolphin. They say you can enjoy the island. They say that you can enjoy the water area. They have like things that's set up in the water itself, like I don't know the names of it, but it's like the inflatable slides and inflatable bouncies that's in the water. But we couldn't really do that because our time went by so fast. So the only thing we did was a 20-minute encounter. And I will forever have that memory in my heart. But I wish it was more with it. Really wish it was more with it. We did meet other people on our excursions as well as on the ship, and we kept running into these same people, which it was very nice. and their friends had VIP for the Blue Lagoon Dolphin Encounter. And the only difference between what we had and what the VIP had was just that they had like a little area where they was able to set up on the beach. That was private for just the VIPs, as well as food. And the food, honestly, for the VIPs did not look that great. It was like four like stainless steel containers, and I believe one of the dishes was rice and some chicken. I don't know what the other two was, but it didn't look all that, tasty in my opinion. Now, it could have been good, but looks wise, it wasn't in my opinion. But when it was time to come back, we lined up. It was a long line, and they still was going by color-coded wristbands. So one group had red and one group had blue. The VIPs, I believe, had red and we had blue, so they was able to board first. But then for some reason, it just got jumbled up, and we was able to board anyway. It was honestly, a long day at Blue Lagoon for that whole excursion in Nassau, Bahamas. I will say, I don't think I would ever do that kind of excursion again. I hope all the excursions are not like this. Prior to us standing in line for our excursion, we went into Nassau and just, tried to do a little shopping and sightseeing. And I will say Nassau is beautiful. However, it does not have a lot of attractions, mainly shops. So if you want to get a couple souvenirs, go for it. If you want to try some of their food, go for it. But that's all you're getting unless you pay to do an excursion through Royal or outside of Royal Caribbean. Now, they had this one place when we went on Allure of the Seas. We went to Senior Frog, and that was a really nice place. If you like to party or like to listen and to loud music and dance and have a couple drinks, that's up your alley. You good to go. It was nice. The atmosphere was nice. Everybody's having a good time. They had different adult games going, so that was nice. This time we skipped out on it. We didn't go to Senior Frog, but honestly, it's really not much to Nassau far as attractions. Gifts wise, if you want to purchase souvenirs and eat, go for it all the way. So maybe next time we may skip Nassau, Bahamas. I'm not sure. It's always nice to get out off the ship and, stretch your legs to see, what's out there. And this time around when we went, they were doing a lot of construction. So I remember when we first went to Nassau on Allure of the Seas, I remember the opening where you got off the ship and the actual place where the tourists be at, the opening of that was a closer to Senior Frog. Now it's like a couple blocks down, which is not bad because you're sightseeing in the midst of it. So I did notice that. But it's still a nice island. I would suggest you get off, even if you've been a ton of times. Sometimes people like to skip because they've been before. Sometimes people like to keep going because they just want to see. Maybe it's something new, But other than that, I will say once we got back from the dolphin encounter, they will definitely scan they want to see your sea pass. And your sea pass is what you hold on to throughout your whole vacation on the ship. You hold on to this because when you go to the casino, you go to a specialty restaurant, or even go to the main dining room, they need to see that C card to scan it. So especially when you go on an excursion, you must have your ID, driver's license, passport, and when we got back, that's what we had to show them, our C card, our C pass, to make sure we were legit and going back onto the ship that we got off. So once we got on Royal Caribbean ship, they scan it through this system, and then they look at your face to make sure you match, and then you're good to go. And then you can return the towels. Please return the towels. If you leave off of any Royal Caribbean ship with a towel, you can get 4, you can get 5. Those towels The amount of towels that you take is the amount of towels that have to come back, because they do punch in a number of how many towels you take. And if you don't bring that certain amount of towels back, they will definitely for sure charge you, I believe it's $25 or $30 per towel. But overall, I will rate this excursion a 4. Only for the dolphins, because I didn't like how it was misleading with that whole excursion and what you can get for what you pay for. But overall, Nassau is a pretty beautiful island, so I will rate that honestly a 10. So if you ever go on a cruise, please get off, see what's out there, explore. It don't hurt. It don't hurt at all. So honestly, I hope you enjoyed this information. And if you did enjoy it, you know what I'm going to ask you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to Everything Nena, and I hope to see you soon.